he picked the wrong family, and not scared of a conflict, and we're not scared. We're not running. We're coming at him.
Hey guys, welcome to the think tank. Hey Mekci.
Hello. Hi. Hi, Carrie. Got Carrie, right? That was Carrie that I saw. Hi, Carrie.
That's Carrie and Karma. Yeah, I'm my own proofreader,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I have updated that. Yeah, it did. It said about 500 years from Suzanne's remains.
What? What are we thinking about? Were you thinking about history or something?
Right? I think when I was setting it up, I think you and I were chit-chatting.
Probably.
So I was,
yeah.
I got myself a little distracted, but
I'm a
all
distraction.
good.
I'm a
You're a good distraction.
I'm a yeah.
So you guys doing well? Mel, Gary, you doing good?
Merry Sunday, folks.
Yeah. Merry Sunday. Hey, thank you so much, Carrie. Thank you very much, friend. Yeah, there's a great group here, and you're included in that. Hello, James. There's another one of those great folk. All good ear. Awesome. Awesome. So Mekci and I were earlier, we got looking at all of the evidence, and just you get talking about it, and it's like, how about we just do this tonight? And we can all have a conversation about what the heck. And it is amazing to me, Mekci, how much they seem to have before they found her.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's 100 and
Oh.
well,
Again, though, like I was saying earlier, it seems a lot like what they had prior was like circumstantial. A lot of close people coming in and saying what they said, right? And they're like, well, this person says this, Barry says that. There's contradictions. And Barry himself contradicts himself.
In the very, very first conversation with the cops, I don't know which boyfriend it was that was at the house just after they found the bike. And there was the boyfriend there. And
whose
the
boyfriend?
One of the girls.
Oh,
It was one of the girls. Yeah, sorry. One of the girls' boyfriends that were there before Barry got home from work on the 10th. So the boy is being asked by the cops, like it's an unusual question, but how do they get along? And you can see the guy kind of him and haw, and his dad's like, just be honest. And he's saying like, yeah, they were having some problems. And the cop said, how do you know this? And he's from my girlfriend, basically. And he said, the cop said, have they talked about any problems as far as, maybe a separation or a divorce. And he's like, yeah, they have been talking about that. But then Barry, as soon as he pulls up, he's like, everything's wonderful. He doesn't say, I mean, I would say we were having problems because that might have something to do with why.
Well, if you're an honest person, you just be honest. Just be honest. Like,
Well, when your spouse is missing, I think that's probably
well,
the
yeah,
best
like
possible
if you have
time.
if you have nothing to do with anything,
Mm-hmm.
just be honest. And
Just
I
be honest.
know I'm sorry that the truth of the matter is that honesty will probably get you looked at harder. But just be honest. It like the truth will prevail, I would hope, at some
Right?
point. Right?
Yeah.
I would hope, but the dude just isn't. This is like one of the one cases that you will ever hear me say
Mm-hmm.
that I really think that he did it.
Oh, it's true. Like, I mean, I'm trying to see if I can like slide
It's not like Ron Logan. I just use that as a patsy. But like I really feel like this guy did it, you know?
It's true. It's true. So in the background while you and I are chit-chatting, I've got that
Nice looking stream.
yeah, look at that.
This is behind their house, guys. Like they lived
Yeah.
in just this.
Isn't that gorgeous?
I love that freaking coffee table. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And the kitchen.
What?
Yeah. Just nice. And the kitchen sink.
Well, this is all
It's all
supposed to be, and this is all supposed to be bought on her money.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. She had those 2 inheritances, one from her mom and one from her grandma, I think it was.
Which there's some text messages there in that evidence that I didn't read them. I was just like skimming through them and I noticed certain words.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about this. Like he was like, well, why would it be a problem? I swear I'll pay you back. Like it's an
Yeah.
benefit, like kind of thing.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, I know. I recall hearing that. Look at that place, eh? Whoa. Just gorgeous.
It is a lot to maintain. I can't imagine.
Yeah.
See, like I could win the freaking lottery tomorrow and I wouldn't buy a house that big.
No, you got to clean it.
Yeah. I would
It's
never
like,
buy a house that big.
no. I don't think so. So it is still kind of hard to figure out where the daughter's bedroom can be, but I think it probably
I
is
want
on
to
that
know the
main
layout of
floor.
this house because
Yeah.
I'm curious about the pins. And logically, I want to say that if you're in a certain area around your house, like even though the pings, like if you're looking them up like digitally, your pings might come up random, but maybe you're probably sitting at one single spot, right?
Right.
And it's just because you're localized, it's going to ping somewhere. But if you're connected to Wi-Fi, that might make it a little bit more
Yeah.
distinct, especially if you have a Wi-Fi extender, because it actually hooks up to something different.
Right.
Once you cross paths to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But him running around
Damn,
that
guys.
house looks like he caught her sunbathing.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I looked at it. I was like,
Yeah.
he got home. It looked like he caught her sunbathing, probably sending messages or even maybe talking to someone.
Yeah.
Not going to mention names, although they've been mentioned. And the way his pings go through the property, it literally looks like he was just stalking her.
It did. Yeah, it did. It one hell of a chipmunk he was after. And
Yeah.
I mean, oh, just the most messed up, just the most messed up excuse. It's like a Brian Koberger type
Well, it
type
makes no
thing.
sense. Like, if we could, we can try to find it, but like, if we can pull up a actual picture of the pings
Mm-hmm.
of
I think
what he
there's
was
one
doing
in
around the
here.
house, they're within milliseconds. Like, he's
Yeah.
minutes here, but then milliseconds in another spot
Yeah.
for a couple of seconds, like milliseconds, and then moves to another spot. It literally looks like he's running
It does.
through the property. That's what it makes it look like, the way the times on there are.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And all these messages that she was having with friends and talking about how controlling he was, and even with the kids, how he would manipulate them. You know, it's just the most unhealthy relationships a person could ever have.
One of her kids came to her, though. I don't know if it's the older, it must be the younger one. It
I
has
think
to.
it says
It had to have been the
maybe
younger one who was still living at home.
right.
Came to her and actually suggested divorce. She was like, dude, like, this is crazy. Like, why are you
Yeah.
even doing this? Like,
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see, what did she say here? Relationships. He pulled Macy in again and left. My heart really hurts for her. And, you know, the girlfriends that she's talking to, they're trying to be as supportive as possible. But I mean, it's hard because you want to just kick the guy. Hey, Dandy. Hello, Karma. Good to see you. Good to see you. And here
you
is
see
another comment that
what Karma just said?
it was in the 40s on Saturday, May 9th. Susan was not sunbathing. Actually, BM ended on Friday, according to A-Rock's channel.
I don't know who A-Rock's channel is, but
I did see something like that, though.
but I always thought that it wasn't on the 10th. It was on the 9th.
Yeah.
The 10th is when she was reported missing. The 9th is when things went down, for sure. Because that's the last day people stopped hearing from her. Midday, mid-afternoon, before 1, 2 o'clock.
Yeah. 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 It was in the 40s on Saturday, May 9th. Suzanne was not sunbathing, but she's got that picture of her that she had just sent to Jeff Libler.
Yeah.
And that was May 9th.
And she even told him she was sunbathing, right? We got that from somewhere, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's, I think even the cops in one of the interviews even said something about it.
The
Because it was her.
picture doesn't show any straps, which would be, I would consider, spaghetti straps, tank top straps, bathing suit strap. Like, there was no straps. Like, there was nothing above her, like on her shoulder.
Right.
She took a naked picture, essentially, with.
Well, I think with that picture, it's just her face kind of takes up the whole thing, I think.
Well, yeah, but you see a little bit of shoulder action, a little bit of, and there's nothing there. But she could be wearing one of those just like strapless tops, right? But she has things in front of her, like she's holding something in front of her, like a towel or something. I don't know. I haven't really.
It's that picture that Barry said, "Oh, just look at her. She's drunk."
She doesn't look
You can
drunk
tell
to
by
me.
her. And this is the one he commented and said, "Just look at her eyes." And it's like, well,
She
I
doesn't
don't see
look
it,
drunk
but I
to
don't
me.
know her.
I actually have that picture up.
Not stable. It's guilt and desperate measures he's taking. And talking about Macy saying that she did know more than she should. And Suzanne said that my heart is aching for what he did today. She and I just had a peaceful,
So
fun
Macy's the
week.
young one. Macy's the one that's doing
Yeah.
it.
He came in and wrecked it and left making her feel bad for him. It's sick. He looks for any reason to run. It can be small, and he blows up and takes off. I believe there's still another. I can't win with him. He's too good. And she's talking about his manipulation techniques. Suzanne, her birthday, this way he can manipulate it into a situation where he doesn't look like the bad guy, but a victim again. Does he ever do anything wrong? Good friend. And I mean, she's right. Does this guy ever?
That's interesting. I'm reading Karma's comment because it's interesting because there's a device that's associated with Barry's account, but not his user ID or his original user ID. That's never been identified. I have a theory that that Barry was tracking her somehow, like had passwords or maybe just knew who the hell she was talking to. She had already said that she was gonna leave him, right?
Yeah, but a week before that.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the messages to Jeff on Saturday, Barry, pretending to be Suzanne, sent 59 messages. He really overdid it. All those messages were from Barry Morphew. What about that picture, though, that they use as last proof of life?
Actually have that up.
Not on mine, you don't.
Well, it's in black and white, but
Okay. No, that's okay. I'll put it up for you.
that's her
Yeah.
last proof of life.
At 2:46 p.m.
Let me expand this really quick.
He would be the first Cheerio to try. Wouldn't be the first Cheerio to try and change a timeline.
And to be honest,
Karma be possible, but I
Sunbath,
think that would have given him more time to cover it up better. It seems rushed on Saturday.
sunbathing and cloudy weather actually helps you tan better. So even if it was cold, she still could have been sunbathing.
Right. Yeah. The photo was from a previous vacation in Mexico. BM sent it to Jeff. Sadly, Suzanne was already gone. That's a good, yeah. Is that
So
when the
this
picture was
picture is
sent, or
old,
was it?
but you would know from the metadata from it.
Yeah, the cops would, right?
So if they're saying it was sent that day, it must have been sent that day. And it was from that day. Because, well, I don't know if metadata would change if you took it from a certain app. Like, let's say Snapchat. You took a screenshot of it and then altered it and then sent it off. Would it change the metadata on it? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think doesn't it all stay the same? Like, it doesn't
No.
tell you basically the origin when it was originally taken?
If
Like, I
you
thought,
if you downloaded it off someone who originally took the picture, yes, but if it's just like a screenshot from and it's just saved on their phone, you're gonna get the metadata off the screenshot of the phone,
okay.
not the actual data from the.
Okay.
There's a lot of ways that could work too. It's I don't know. If that's what they're saying, I had never heard that. I had never heard that that was like a picture from somewhere else. And
No, because they have talked many times of using that as her last proof of life.
because that's what she sent. So they must have sent it from her. She must have actually sent it from her phone. And it has the metadata attached to it.
I would think, yeah. Yeah. And from the return of search warrant Libler's Verizon phone, Libler used the same Michigan switch market for all 23 communications, May 7 through 11, as he did on the day of November 13th, 2020, interview with agents. I mean, it can't be eliminated. Yeah, if it's an old picture, it would definitely make it more plausible. Absolutely. Yeah, it was supposed to be a selfie she was sending them.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like the more, like if it's a screenshot that you took of a picture and then it changes the data on it because it's coming from your phone if you send it off. So
right. Yeah, I remember this. I remember all of these being sent. I remember that, Karma. So what day was that sent again? All of those requests? I thought they were sent on the 9th.
Let me go back to page 42 because all this stuff that we're talking about right now would make sense if he had a different device.
Very true.
Because he used it longer. He used it till the 12th. What's that? Page
now this is the
right?
missing second device, right?
Is that page 42?
It was page 42. The one we were looking at today?
Yeah.
Well, you definitely have us thinking, Karma. Like, I mean, it would all make sense. That's what we're kind of looking for, is for when those requests were sent. The friend requests were sent Friday night.
Oh my God, is it going to be that? Wow. Okay. I'll just go do it myself. Thank you. That was annoying. I was trying. I mean, I know. I'm sorry, guys. I was trying just to get there without scrolling, but here we are. Just close your eyes. It'll be fine. Here we are. Sorry.
Did it go? Okay, so did his phone go into airplane mode on Friday as well?
Do you want me to scroll back up?
No, we'll deal with this one first. Okay.
This is a different device. It's associated with Barry's account.
Right.
And he used it on the 5th, twice on the 10th, 3 times on the 11th, and once on the 12th.
So anything for the 8th?
No.
Nothing for the 8th. Hey, Bruja. Good to see you.
Hola, Bruja. ¿Cómo estás?
What she
Bienvenidos.
said. And what she said there, too. That's the thing, right, Perry?
About this. I don't know if he used like a different device and just logged in with his Apple ID. It has to be an Apple device to do that, obviously. And
okay,
it created a different user ID, or if it's a phone, a different phone with a different phone number that's associated also with his
main account.
Yeah. I feel like it's his.
So
I feel like he's using his Apple ID and logging into a different Apple device. And it's creating a different user ID.
okay. Well, and that's what I was wondering, James, is like a burner phone.
It's something that's not, I feel like it would be something that's not in service. So, like, we all have old phones hanging
Oh
around.
boy.
I have an old iPhone hanging around that I could literally charge and just connect it to Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
log in with my Apple ID, and it's gonna be usable, just like a Apple iPad or whatnot.
Yeah. I still have my Samsung right handy here for me. It's still doing like it's still do. I use it for a remote control on one of my TVs. But yeah. Okay, what is my Google account tells me what devices have been used to log into my account, such as iPhone, Samsung, laptop, and date and time. Yeah, and I get where I have to
Yeah. No, Karma, we've considered it. We've talked about it.
I mean, it does. It does. I
It
want to
makes more
see.
sense that that's when she went.
Well, it definitely gives them more time. But
Yeah.
don't forget they've got those. Yeah, exactly, Carrie. Rex HEUERMANN can explain burner phones. It can keep us right up to speed. But it does. I just have to absorb this a little bit. I need to absorb it a little bit and see if my mind will work it. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I have to see if my brain thinks the same way. You see, and that's the thing, Mel. Apparently her phone was switched off, and then 30 minutes later, BM's went into airplane mode. And that's
very
it.
correct.
And between the time her phone was switched off and his phone went into airplane, he was running around that house chasing chipmunks.
There's actually a spot for that.
Remember the bleach smell in the house? No. I remember the chlorine at the hotel. But
Yeah,
is there also bleach at the house?
I do kind of remember hearing that there was
Okay.
some sort of smell. But hey, we were supposed to go over those crime scene, like not the crime scene photos, but like the evidence that they had turned in. There's pictures in there.
Yeah, I've got it. That's where I was on. That's
that
what I
don't
had
make sense, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're into, that's what I've got up on my side is just basically going through the texts and then we'll continue.
Yeah, let's do it.
Do it.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Mark, good, set, go. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we'll come back to this part. Let's look at some of these and then we'll go back to the texts. Okay.
Let's go. Yeah, the pictures are interesting because there's 2 bedrooms. One of the bedrooms is completely just done. And then the other bedroom has no sheets anywhere.
But they are saying that the ones in the dryer were the ones off that bed.
Oh.
I watched that later on today.
Did you?
I think it was on Vinny Holland. Well, it was on, I had it on TV. I think it was on Vinny.
I like that guy. Just send it to me if you can. If you find it, no rush or no worries. Should I say
no worries? Okay, so we have the car parked here, and the pin is for what? I wonder if they got pinned there.
The car parked, probably.
Is that what they're just showing, the car parked?
More than likely.
Because he was in the process of dumping all of that.
Is this where he's coming in with the shovels? Is he coming in with shovels?
Not yet. No.
Oh, okay.
This is him first coming in. And he's got all of this stuff here. He's got a bag with whatever the hell's inside of that. It's, I don't know. His backpack. His, I don't know. They look like runners. They don't look, yeah, they're runners. They're not. He's got his work boots on. So this is him going out. Are those work boots again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, work boots, a coat, and his blue bags.
So I just want to ask a question. And we can scroll up and down through these little, like, go back up.
You wanna go
You're
back up?
checking, you left early in the morning. I know how I travel. I've traveled a lot. And I wake up early in the morning. I don't put on clothes like this. I put on comfy sneakers or some comfy shoes, comfy clothing. I'm minimal and I'm just like, let's go. I do a lot of airport security stuff, so I like to just get on with it. When you go to a hotel, you're not, I would understand being dressed like this, like how he is, if you were going straight to a job site, but he didn't. He didn't go anywhere. He went straight to dumping trash and then checking into a hotel.
Having another shower and then going.
Why would you be dressed like that? That's not how I would travel. Like if I was going to a job.
Only if you're going to the site,
that I knew that I had to check into my hotel first. I would travel a little bit more comfy because I knew that I could get to the hotel and then redress and then go to the job site. But he didn't.
Let's take a look. We'll go back here again. He allegedly got up, had a shower, and then got dressed like this. And then came here, did this little bit of running around.
He checked in at what, 12? What time did he check in to this hotel?
I don't have it on the top of my head. Yeah, his work boots. Isn't that something?
Because he did a lot of running around before he even got to the hotel. So this whole, I had a work site to go to is just nonsense already, to be honest.
Right.
None of this makes sense. It really, and he looks sus as hell. Look at this picture.
I want to know what I want to know what's in the backpack.
Eyeballing people, like I
want to know what's in that backpack because that is a pretty big backpack to be going. Yeah. I don't buy it.
Did he leave with it too is another question.
Yeah. I don't know if that was in the truck with him or not. So here he's leaving. He's going back out. He's changed. He's had his other shower. He's got the blue bag. Oh, Mekci. Look at that thing. Okay. Look at that thing in that bag. At the top of that bag.
I was going to say it looks like a Target.
It looks like what was burnt in that. It looks like what was burnt in that fireplace.
Oh, where are those pictures?
In here. They're in here. So this is on 32.
Well, I was going to say that looks like a Target bag, but I mean, you're right. That does look very similar to what was at the fireplace.
Okay, I'll see if I can find the fireplace. And then we'll come back to 32. Okay, it might be in here somewhere because, okay.
That's what I was talking about earlier. That was really interesting to me. That right there is another one.
Oh, there's so much.
Okay.
I'm looking, guys. Okay, that bag's back in the vehicle. And there's her purse, her wallet, contents. There we go. There's one.
Yep, next one. It'll be the next one.
That's what I was noticing. Was this stuff?
There's another picture, isn't there?
This is just the most bizarre array of things to be in a fireplace. Like, seriously. Little kind of hooks. Looks like a pair of shoelaces. I don't know, a gift box or whatever this is.
See, I didn't know if those were... I couldn't tell if those ends should actually be connected. Like, it was one whole single piece, like one whole shoelace.
Right.
Because I was thinking like a hoodie. Like, you know, the hoodies that have a string attached to them? It's one single piece.
Right. Right.
And you could literally use one of those to choke somebody out with.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this guy had many options as far as that goes. I mean, he had those tranquilizer darts. He had weapons.
The 22 caliber thing is interesting to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And now that gun has just been found out there. Okay, page 32. Come on, Frankie. There we go. Boom.
Inside the house, Perry, that was like in their fireplace. It looked like they were burning like Christmas ornaments with like there was like this
in the house.
wire, this tiny wire that looks like what you would use to hang a Christmas ornament off the tree.
Yeah.
Why would you burn those or destroy them? That's just weird.
Unreal. Unreal. Okay, so this is him. Where are we now? Is his truck? Is he carrying anything? Changed his clothes and walking out. The door's open. And then it shows him from the hotel and his pings into the work site. Hotel. So come again. Where is he down here? Why are you down there, Barry? Truck. And where's those bins? Yeah, and look at him. Time after time, just walking out, taking stuff to the garbage bins, pushing stuff down. Dumpsters here. And Barry's over here. He's running around all over the place with these bags. So there's this one too where he walks in with this great big bunch of paperwork just scattered all over the place. What a weird way for a businessman to handle his paperwork. Right? He looks like
Uh,
someone who's in grade 7 with his first binder.
I'm laughing because I've actually met some really brilliant people that carry around
It can be
paperwork.
really messy. Yeah. I don't think he's one of those.
No, I don't think so either.
And he's changed again.
It looks to me, it's like someone who just said, "Oh my god, I need to like burn all this shit." It just stuffed it.
Oh, just wow. Unreal.
Yes,
Seems
no.
like only luck has
Yes.
prevented LE from finding the key piece of evidence to arrest him and put him on
They
trial.
might find it
I
here soon. They might
Mhm.
find it. Do you wanna talk about what we were talking about earlier with the shovels and like geology and stuff?
Sure.
We're
I'll stick to
nerds.
these pictures first.
'Cause we're
I'll
nerds.
go through these ones, and then we'll hit those ones up.
So,
We'll work
we
out.
we were talking about earlier about the shovels. How Barry actually dropped off some shovels to his employees at this hotel that he was at, right? I don't know. At the time, if they were smart enough, I don't know what they did. I wasn't there. But the people who were investigating it should have confiscated those shovels, wrapped them up in a bag, the shovel part, and probably everything else, and then taken samples from that shovel
Mhm.
to see what dirt, what sediment, whatever, DNA, whatever was on there.
A trip
Now
after
that
trip.
they have found Suzanne, if they did carefully take those samples, if there was sediment from the shovels to take,
There we go.
they have something to test it against now that they have found her.
Yeah, if they've kept those.
If they can find sediment from those shovels right there on the screen
Mhm.
and match
Or
it to where she was found,
Mhm.
he's dead in the water.
And, there's also a possibility of the necro dogs
Yeah.
finding a scent on those, which would be very interesting as well. Oh, yeah, that's a good thought there, Perry. Let me see here.
But that's like I would hope, back. Okay, I just want to get nostalgic for a second. Back in the day, before DNA was even like a plausible thing, there was people back then who were cops, investigators, detectives who had the sense of mind to be like, you know what? Someday we're going to get this dude. We're going to get him. There's this
Oh,
case that I heard
yeah.
back in like the 70s that was in Canada, weirdly, and they picked up every single freaking cigarette butt where they found this girl,
Mhm.
and they tested all of it. And they kept all those DNA samples. They didn't like put it into anything. They just kept them for some time. And eventually, one of those samples, because it matched a sample that was on the girl,
Mhm.
they matched this to someone. It took 30
Mhm.
years, but they freaking finally matched it to someone.
Right, yeah.
And this is kind of what I feel. I hope that they did with this right here with those shovels,
Mhm.
that they went and confiscated them,
Mhm.
wrapped them in a bag, wrapped the whole thing in some sort of bag,
Mhm.
and just kept it. They
That would be
maybe
good.
did some tests on it, sampling, but I hope
Mhm.
that they kept that, because now that they have Suzanne and where she was found, they can go
Mhm.
test that soil.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. No, dogs don't lie, do they, James? No, no. Yeah. I know that the dogs alerted on the bobcat as well as on the flatbed that the bobcat was loaded onto. They were saying that the dog hit so hard on that bobcat that the dog literally was trying to get in and sit on that seat.
I'm reading
Well, you
from
see,
Dee's messages because that's actually what me and Frankie talked about earlier.
yeah.
We looked at that picture and we
Mhm.
came to the conclusion these people would be matchy, right? With their
Well, you
furniture,
wouldn't think, but in
what
the
they put
probable
on their
cause,
bedding. All the
in the
bedding that
probable,
you see on the floor is brown,
Mhm.
right?
But they're saying in the probable cause that the stuff that was in that dryer
Yeah,
was off that bed.
really.
Yeah. They're saying that
Do
those
they
were the
know it
sheets
was off that bed? I mean, obviously they
It's in the
probably know,
probable
but
cause.
are they
I
saying
mean,
that because Barry told them that, or because they have that daughter's
well, it's in the
DNA on
probable
it?
cause, right? So if it's on
But
the probable cause, you pretty much have to think that they are pretty certain as to what they've got on there, like what they're dealing with. Whether it's Barry would recognize the bedding, the daughter would know
yeah.
her own bedding.
So okay, so you're going. I'll go with that. So you know the daughter said no, that's what was on my bed. I'll go with that.
Right. Yeah.
That doesn't mean anything still though, because he still could have taken her there,
Oh, out in a sheet? Absolutely.
use that sheet, and then
Yeah, absolutely.
see if you look at the picture in the dryer, that blue, that certain kind of color blue kind of looks like a sheet, like a skirt, not a skirt. Is it called a skirt?
Beds have skirts on them.
So you have the one
I
that
mean, some
hugs
do.
the mattress, and then you have the one that drapes over.
Yeah, the one that drapes over is the skirt. Yep.
Yeah, I don't like that one. I get rid of that one. But I'm assuming they had that one on there too. Did that sheet look blue to you? It looked gray to me, or white almost.
That was on the bed?
Where all the pillows and stuff were on the side.
Mhm.
What color was the actual snuggie one that was around the mattress?
Now I don't know if okay, there's that
Look at
picture
her.
again.
Beautiful. That's a towel, right? She's holding a
I
towel
would think
over her.
that's a towel, and I'm
That
just
kind of
wondering.
looks like a bathing suit though,
Yeah, it does.
because it has similar colors in it. So she was wearing like a strapless top.
Yeah, I don't know 1,000%. I'm just oh, that must be what they're
Mhm.
looking at. I'm trying to see how far. There's that note
This is
with
one that I got stuck on. I found this one really interesting.
this
'Cause-
picture.
Yeah, because it tells
Mhm.
you that she didn't go biking.
Yeah. Yeah.
This was found in her vehicle. That right there, what you're looking at, that looks like numbers and words. It says Barry. She has that like taped up or siliconed or saran wrapped or even heat wrapped.
Mhm.
Those are emergency numbers.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, absolutely.
Call this person if something happens to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he wasn't first
Absolutely.
on the list.
Hmm. So there's the, yeah.
Yeah. Scroll over to the bed. It's just the sheet, the covering over it. It's white, blue, or I don't know what it could be.
Is that a mattress saver though?
Yeah. It's just
Is that
like a
just like a
mattress. It's a mattress
cover?
top. Yeah, it's a mattress top. It's got the foam on the top. So it's like an
Yeah.
extra comfy.
So then
thing.
you put your sheet over top of
And
that,
then you would
your
put the
other
sheet over
and-
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, with one thing, I mean, we know that she liked to match, but if we think
Yeah.
about it, that bedding's got all that blue in it.
Does it though?
Look at the pillows. Like that. Look
Guess
at the
it could be
pillows.
blue.
You
I
can
can kind of see it in the corner.
Like it looks blue through here.
Could be lighting, but I see it on the other side, like on that corner right there where your
Yeah.
thing was just at. Nope, go down where you were just at.
Oh, over
That's
here.
where I see it. That's where I would
Okay.
be like, okay, it's blue. There's blue stitching
Yeah.
in it.
Yeah. Yep, vigilante tie. And the spy pen that she busted herself, told on herself. I just don't like to see all those horns all over the place. It's like, oh my goodness. So, yeah, and then what I found was kind of interesting that I don't know if I knew this before or not, but the tranquilizer box, there was only one missing.
Just
Only
one.
Yeah, only one missing out of the box.
He shot all those
strangely enough,
chipmunks with one.
right?
Stop
Well,
it.
I mean, you would think he wasn't shooting the. I mean, it would be like, yeah, that would like
I'm
be
sorry,
an
guys.
arrow,
We have a sense
a
of
great big.
Sometimes we understand that this is for real, but that was just ridiculous.
So, if he did in fact use a tranquilizer on her, it's really, really well. It's interesting that one is out of the box, one's missing,
Mm-hmm.
and that the cap to one is in that dryer. I find that very interesting. That means that one had been taken out in that amount of time.
I'm kind of confused by that photo though, because I don't know if that's like the dryer and the washer.
This
Or-
picture?
Yeah, and then go to the next.
I don't know what this picture is.
Do you see that right in the middle? That's the cap. No. Go down. Right
This?
there. That's the cap that they're talking about.
Okay. Okay.
Or I could be mistaken. I don't know. But it looks like the same thing to me. So explain that. Like if he let's just pretend that Barry Morphew tranquilized his wife. He put the thing in his pocket, the cap of it in his pocket, and then washed his pants and then took the clothes out and left that cap in there? Or the police took it out and left, like, I don't know. It's just weird. It's like, that's what I said, that those cuts look like someone digging their nails into someone's skin. They were like on his shoulder, not shoulder, bicep area or forearm area.
I got booted out. Hello, hello.
Hello, can you hear me? How'd you get
Yeah.
booted out? I didn't get booted out.
I got booted out. I was talking to myself.
I was talking to myself. I thought I was talking to everybody, but then I just realized that I was on mute, so I wasn't talking to anybody.
Have a good one, guys. Off to take my daughter to the airport. Don't forget to hit that like
Happy
button. Thank
travels.
you.
No. Happy travels.
Happy travels. There was no dart used 100%. Yeah, that's what I wonder about because of the all those marks. Exactly.
Yeah, they
Or
look like
both.
someone dug
Yeah,
their nails into them.
absolutely. Absolutely. Basically was physically strong. Suzanne would have had no chance of protecting herself. No, you're exactly right, friend. You're exactly right. It's like, oh my word. Okay, let's get back.
People, can we just take a moment to do a disclaimer? Can we just all get along, please?
Mhm.
For the sake of humanity and sanity.
What are you watching? Who's not getting along? Are you watching the
No, I'm
TV?
just like saying in general, like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
can we just all get
Yeah,
along?
not likely. Not likely.
Thanks for supporting the cause, friend. You're like, no, I'm good. Don't sign me up for that cause.
Yeah, it's human nature, unfortunately, Mekci. It really is. Well said, James. I wonder where this was taken and who's taking it.
That guy that's in the silhouette is taking it.
That guy's got hips.
He does too. Okay.
I was just kind of wondering.
They have hips.
Him, her,
Them.
they. So this is women's clothing, I'm thinking. It looks like something Kim Kardashian would wear.
See, that looks very similar to that string that was burned. You see that patterning, that weird pattern on it? Now go to the shoelace or lace that was burned at the fire pit, and it looks a
And you
lot
think it
like
was do you think so?
I think it was part of the hoodie.
I'll take a look up there in a minute again. So he does have all of the stuff in his truck that we were wondering, except for
that backpack too.
Yeah, and then her purse, which is always odd, right? Always odd.
Mhm.
And then her wallet with all of her ID.
Hola, Martin.
Hello, good to see you, Martin. Her money, checks. I mean, just everything. The idea that she would have just walked out is not likely. In their room. And this is where that bullet was found.
Yep, that 22 caliber bullet.
That, I mean, they're talking. I took a good look at that gun that was buried in the ground that fellow found. I mean, that was in there deep.
It's a 22 caliber weapon too.
So there's the
You
shoelaces.
see the design? I know it's like charred up and stuff, but there's a design on this.
Yeah, you said that before, and you could very well be right.
It looks like the design on that sweatshirt or whatever the hell that is.
It's just a strange array of things in a fireplace. Just a very strange array of things. Martin is in the building. Before we carry on.
Martin! I had to do it.
If you're
Sorry.
not if you're not subscribed, please do, and don't forget to smash that like button. I love the fireplace. So here's some of the injuries, like as far as the hand goes. There's some that look quite old. This one could be very recent.
That one's old. The one on his
This one, you think?
forefinger, the pointer finger is old.
Oh, that's old. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That one could be fresh. And I don't know what's going on in between his fingers. Like,
you know what's crazy is that I get cuts like that playing darts.
okay.
I get cuts like that on my finger playing darts. And I'm just being devil's advocate.
Like-
I don't think this
like
guy plays
this?
darts. Like,
No, but it gives you
I get them
another.
right there where he has those cuts on his forefinger.
That looks
I
like
would get them
that
there
looks like a
from-
blister. That looks like a blister.
Looks like
Does it not?
green. Like he needs
Now,
like
somebody
some
that's
various
using a shovel,
lotion, aloe
someone
vera.
who's very hurriedly using a shovel might end up with something like that on their hands if they haven't
They
thrown on their
would,
gloves.
yes. Yeah,
No.
because hey, when you're killing someone, like you're just like, hey, did I
Yeah,
miss
like,
anything?
They
I
said, like, I
forgot the
was watching one program tonight, and they were saying like it was such a rushed job, her being put there, that I mean, it makes anything possible. That
Well,
looks
I mean, I
new,
know that from the shallow grave.
right? And again, these here, they look very much like dig marks.
Yeah, nails.
Yeah, and it does. And with that red all around the gouge,
Right
very
here,
much
this little one right here at the bottom. Put your mouse down on the bottom right there. That one. That's the
Yeah.
pinky.
Yep.
That's
Yep,
a pinky.
forefinger, middle finger, nothing, pinky. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, Mekci likes darts. She likes pool.
I do.
So here is.
I like winning is my thing. That's actually I'm super competitive. So I'll do anything. Okay.
That's what I'm thinking as well, Perry. Like, it's where my brain goes. Yeah, exactly my thoughts, Martin. Exactly, friend. When did they take the photograph of the fingernail marks? I think it was the Sunday?
I would hope it was shortly freaking after.
Yeah.
She was reported missing. But those wounds that he has, like they look a day and a half, 2 days old. Like that's what you would get after 2 days. So if they took those immediately as he got back, that makes no sense. So it makes sense that she would have been done for by Barry previously, not on that date. That would make sense. Like if we're to assume that those wounds come from Suzanne, right? They look healed like 2 days. They look like 2-day-old marks.
Yeah, well, they haven't scabbed over or anything. They're pretty fresh.
And I say that because I have a dog who I constantly get shredded by. And it's not because he's trying to be bad. He's just excited. But
right? Yeah.
Those marks, like that kind of mark is like a 2-day after thing.
Right. Okay. Yeah, and I think anywhere between 24 and 48 by the looks of it. anywhere in there. I don't think it's much older than a few days, like you said. I don't think
like
so.
no longer than 2 days, like for sure. Like that's the kind of wound that you get. It scabs over. Like your skin does really well. Your body does really well for you. It'll scab over pretty quickly. And that's within 1 to 2 days. That kind of scab, you still have that indentation. Because that's a puncture. It's not a scratch. It's a puncture. It takes
Martin has thoroughly investigated this case.
Who's Martin?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Except for ICR Martin, but I'm not sure.
Who's Martin? Because Karma, you know who I'm excited about? The FBI agent. If this goes to, I hope this is one case they better put this on camera. I want to see this because they will call up Grusing. Special agent. Is it Jason? James Grusing? James Grusing?
Yeah, you want to see him?
He is the same guy who investigated Gannon Stouch. He was the dude. They called him up as a witness for that trial.
Okay, Lizzie.
They're going to call him up for this one. If it goes to trial, they will call him up for this one.
Right. What are you two doing? You're just pushing me all over the place.
And I feel like this guy knows what he's talking. Like, he obviously knows what he's talking about. He zeroes in on his person. He's like, that's the person. That's it. That's him. I can't prove it, but that's him or them, whatever.
And here's the bike.
I think he knows. I think S.A. James Grusing knows who did it.
You think so, hey?
Yep. I know.
This thing disturbs me.
Who did it? We all think it's the same person.
Yeah.
He did it.
Yeah. As do I, Perry, right? As do I, friend. Like those girls. I mean, he's messed with their brains. Yeah, it's beyond obvious. I agree. It's just a matter of...
it all stinks. Everything that Barry Morphew says stinks. I'm sorry, you did what? You chased elk? Right?
Yeah.
Your
right
phone
after chasing
where her bike was dropped off, you just so happened to chase elk up into the area that you dropped off that... I said you, I'm sorry. Or where her helmet was found. You were doing all sorts of shady things. You have a phone or something that nobody knows about. You threw trash everywhere, checked in to a hotel for hours, never went to the job site that you said you were going to. Your hotel reeks of chlorine.
Oh, my word. Good to see you, Douglas.
Your story makes no sense, sir.
And Willie Bond, you are so right. Like, we're just getting along great. Absolutely fabulous. And I like to dump garbage in different places because I like to save money. Right?
Well, damn you, Willie. You said a lot better than I did.
And yeah, he literally dropped off the shovels at the hotel. Yeah. Just wonder bar this guy is. Yeah, his profile is narcissistic and next magnitude is up to psychopath. Oh, I didn't know the hotel smelled of bleach. It smelled like chlorine, right? And he was saying, they had to clean the room with the COVID or something to do with the pool. But the thing is the pool was shut right down due to COVID. So and I mean, who uses... I've never used chlorine to clean my house. Like, it's not something I've ever really considered as a household cleaning agent. Maybe my hot tub.
Chlorine and what's that thing that's in the pools?
Other than chlorine? Water?
Yeah, whatever the hell that is.
That's the thing, Perry just happens to be on CCTV with a shovel. They say his wife was unalived and buried in a shallow grave. Exactly.
Well, guys, let's keep in mind, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's keep in mind that what we're reading off, all the information that we've ever had, those pictures, this evidence, is all from 2020.
Yep.
Now,
This is all. Yes.
Yeah, it's all old. It's all old. We had all that info now, but now that they have found Suzanne,
and hopefully some of Suzanne's clothes, hopefully the gun that guy found is the gun. Hopefully the stuff that looked
or
like,
if it isn't, let's just exclude it. Like, let's be for real. Like, if it has nothing to do
well,
with
they'll be
it,
able to exclude it, and you know what? It could have something to do with one of the many other people that they're finding in that boneyard.
My God, this is why me and you are like best friends. Okay, she just read my mind. I was just about to say that maybe that gun or all those other things could be related to those other people that have lost their lives there.
No wonder BM. I love that bowel movement. Little Mr. BM wanted to make sure the shovel was squeaky clean, bleached, and scrubbed. Yeah. Yeah, because that's what you do with your your dirt digging tools. It's like, what?
That would be suspicious on its own. Like, I'd be like,
yeah.
If I went to test it, I'd be like, yo, this is like squeaky clean. Like, no,
It's
like,
just
I'm serious.
so
Like, I'm
clean.
straight up serious. Like, there's traces of chlorine, peroxide, some sort of like detoxing solution. This is sus. Who does that?
Right? So I'm also really curious. Has anybody heard? Because I don't think I have. Was there a smell of bleach in their house on Puma Path? Has anyone heard of that place smelling like bleach? I don't think I have seen any paperwork that says that, but I'm just curious.
I just want to be clear. Hold on. I just want to put in a little disclaimer to that. And I'm talking about like in 3 different places. Not just
chloroform. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, I could. Chlorine could knock you out or kill you. Yeah.
Okay. Hollow points. If the 22 caliber bullets were hollow points, could have unalived. Oh, absolutely. They can very much unalive.
They could unalive even if they weren't hollow points.
Yeah. Okay. Supposedly there's a smell of bleach at Puma Path. I don't know. Me either. So, okay. I'll see if I can find that. And something else I'm going to mull over. I'll have to look through like that 130 some pages that we all went through not long ago. Because I really want to test out this theory that karma has and see if there's any way that picture could have been from someplace else. And yeah, I'm going to look. I'll look on that arrest affidavit again. Yeah, 120 some. And by the time everything was on there, I had 131 pages that I read. I was losing my voice. 129 exactly.
It's not easy. We're human beings, and as much as we love true crime, and I love it, I'm the first person to go through documents. Sometimes it's hard because it's like 132 pages.
And that's a lot of information.
It is.
That's crammed in there. Do you know what I find really interesting is literally the size of this? 129 pages, for a probable cause. That's an amazing amount of paperwork.
I don't know if I feel like they were reaching in hard or if they actually had something. Like I said, I feel like a lot of the stuff that they had on that was hearsay. I heard her say this. She sent me this. And they have proof of it via text message or whatnot. But a lot of the stuff that they had was via interviews. Things that they got off of friends and family. And all of it could be disputed. Like, it's just... And they messed up, bruh. They messed up. I don't know where they messed up. You know what I'm starting to think, to be honest? You know that they've done like a second... Since they did the swabbing in Suzanne's Range Rover, have they done another one? Do you know? They probably haven't, to be honest.
There we go. I think she's done barking for a second.
Do you know if they've done another test on that? Like if they come back and maybe swab?
No, I haven't. Again? I haven't seen anything. Yeah.
Because the
night, James. Thanks for being here, friend.
The prosecution, and I try to make this quick for you guys. The prosecution had evidence. They did DNA testing. They swabbed a whole bunch of things, and they got some DNA, and it came from the glove box of Suzanne Morphew's Range Rover. They found DNA for a guy.
What is a partial profile? That's what they have. As a partial
profile means that... Can I show it to you?
Sure.
Give me a second.
Because they said there's a partial profile from this predator, but that it basically ended up meaning nothing. I don't know. I just don't know enough about DNA to know how
Let me show you something.
Be there and not like be there.
Okay. So
okay.
Here we are. This is a 23-21 marker test. I'm not trying to count. I'm just trying to... Let's go through this. So these numbers and letters up here are the chromosomes, your markers, what your DNA profile will be. These are individual markers. And that's just the way they're labeled. Don't ask me about it. That's not how they are. Okay? So there's a graph when we give you this. If you follow the C, which is child, this is a paternity test, right?
Okay.
So we follow the child. This is what their DNA profile would be. And these are the labeled markers on top.
Okay. So a partial profile.
If you have a partial profile, that means that there's a time where a certain sample won't provide you with all of the markers. It's a partial profile. So like you can say, okay, it's only going to meet... I took that DNA, it's only going to give me access to certain markers.
So does that mean that somebody else can also have a partial match like that?
Yes. Exactly. Exactly. Yes. So let's just stay within the first 3 blocks. Forget about everything else. Pretend it's out there. If you have a person, they go in and they go, oh, I found some DNA. You tested it. And it came with a certain marker. And it was this one. This certain marker right here. Which is the first. And this is just an example, guys. But if their marker, whatever marker that they got from the crime scene, to this specific marker said that it was a 13 and a 15.
Okay.
A 13 and a 15 on this specific marker, should I say. This is what they're typing on. So if they took that collection from the crime scene and they went and typed it and they're like, oh, we got this marker, but we're getting a 13 and a 15. On that marker, you would say, let's pretend these people are suspects, right? CNAF are suspects. Do you see a 13 or a 15 on that marker?
That's so confusing.
Okay.
Like DNA is confusing.
It's not confusing. Okay, let's go back. So let's pretend
It's like chicken soup.
let's pretend I commit a crime and I leave DNA that's a 13 and a 15 somewhere, and it's going to type to this specific marker. This is a marker. This is a profile. This is part of your DNA. Everyone has this specific marker. This was what we label it as, but everyone has it. This is it. Right?
Okay. So it could literally be a large amount of people that could have a partial profile.
Yes.
As well.
Me and you
So
can match on the same marker. Me and you
so
can
it's
match on the same marker.
It's evidence, no evidence.
Yes.
Look over here. There's nothing here.
Yeah.
There's nothing happening. Okay.
You're getting kind of crazy with it, but let's come back. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back real quick, because me and you can match on markers. That's what happens. We're all the same. You understand that? As a person, we are all the same. We're going to match on markers because we are all made of the same thing. But certain ethnicities will match on certain markers highly more with crazy numbers, like certain alleles.
Okay.
On their own. Right? So I'm just trying to have you concentrate on one marker. Let's just concentrate on the first, right? This one.
So, well, I like what Karma just said here. I don't have a good understanding, but the point is it is not a match. That means that no SA offender was ever in Suzanne's vehicle. Gotcha.
Thank you.
Okay.
Do you want to come work? You
want to go work
Spanish?
with Mekci?
You know Spanish? Do you want to come hang out? Or
so this is why. Okay, Lyra's Eaton keeps on about the DNA. Most people don't understand it. Well, that's the thing. You know, I know myself. I just will ask Mekci, like, what does this mean? And then she'll, you know, kind of give me a run through. And I was like, okay. Because it is not it's not the easiest thing unless you have someone like you around that can kind of help us. So he's not in jail or on bond because he just before they were to go to trial, the first time, just shortly before, the prosecution dropped it. I don't know. The prosecution was having some problems, and I think
Having some
they really wanted to have Suzanne's body. I do believe we're going to see another arrest. I think so. But I do believe that the DNA stuff, I think that they are going to look at all this stuff. They just found this gun that one YouTuber did. And he has sent he didn't send, he left it in position. And the cops came out and got the gun. And they got a piece of what he thought was like a sheet that possibly had stained DNA on it. So I don't know if we're going to hear if there's any results as far as that goes, unless it's negative. I guess if it's positive, they might not tell us. But yeah, this just happened in the past little while here. So I'm very interested to see what happens with that.
And that spot wasn't too far off from where they found Suzanne. So
No.
I'm having a really hard time understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Is it shitty police work?
Mm-hmm.
Because wouldn't you just want to scale all of it? Just
Well, one
be
would
like,
think.
go as far as you can walk. Just keep going
Yeah.
after that. And then walk to the right. And
Right.
let's make a border and just walk through it.
And just keep going until they figure they're far enough out. But if this ends up being that it is related, they need to be back out there.
I can't say that it was related. And I honestly, I'm 50-50 on it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was related or wasn't, whatever the hell, but
Yeah.
the fact that the police
Missed
didn't just scan that whole area
Mm-hmm.
bothers
Mm-hmm.
me. Because I would have, and I don't work this field, but I feel like I would have been like, okay, let's do a 1 mile radius from where I'm sitting.
Mm-hmm.
And let's collect all of it.
Well, I can't see that close how they missed something that should have been
It's
picked up
in that
by a metal
area.
detector.
It's
Yeah.
in that area. Why didn't you stretch farther? Why?
I think
don't
you're
know.
right, Barry. Because they have gone back to a lot of the places that he worked. And I don't know if this is truth or fiction, but they were saying that the dogs were actually hitting on some of the spots where Barry had worked.
I was actually telling Franky earlier a suggestion about maybe him or building that grave earlier.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or picking out a spot earlier. He could have reburied her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
I really, like, I've never felt this way about anybody. I know I make jokes, but, like, I really do think that he did it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I think I'm just gonna do this for a second. Okay, how do I do this?
What are you doing? Are you flying?
I'm thinking about map time and go look around that area. So let's see if I can do this right.
Vamos.
Da vamos. Okay. 1, 2, 3. There we are. How'd that work out? We got it.
We got it.
I have to just wait and see here what's going on over there. Okay. All right. Let's bomb around.
Bombing around. Let's go. Vamos.
So I just wanted, okay, we've got the house. They don't let you get all that close anymore. It kind of gives us an idea. There's the river that runs behind that we were talking about. And what I thought it was kind of interesting is I never seen this walkway go down there before either. Is it going to time out? So from their area to Moffett, Colorado. Let's go. Yeah. So this is where they found her. Okay. Can you guys see everything okay? Mekci, can you hear me fine? Is everyone good?
Okay. What happened? I'm sorry.
Okay. No,
I
that's
think
okay. I just wanted to make sure that my map time didn't.
Sorry.
Oh, good. Okay, so this is where they found Suzanne, basically up this little area here, and then they had the bobcat that they were digging with, or it looked like a bobcat, or some kind of machinery anyway.
Digging excavator tool. You guys get
Yeah.
it. Picture it on your own.
That-
You'll figure it out.
So now further out here, and they're not too far, this is where the guy was out there just kind of kicking around, looking to see what he could find, and found this gun that was basically almost flush with the ground.
Yep.
And looked like it had been stomped on a few thousand times. And then up towards, okay,
Yep.
imagine
that trailer. That's where he found that stuff, right in front of that trailer. No,
yeah,
you're right.
I'm trying to see the trailer. It's not on here, right?
No. What you just pointed at. Go up that road. That one. Nope. Turn right. Up that road. Up that dirt road. Go up.
Yeah. It won't let me go up there, but
it won't. Okay. Just try to go up as far as you can. So
yeah, that
trailer, right in front of it, there's a road, another dirt road that crosses right in front of that trailer, which is that black spot. You can put your mouse on it because my finger's on the screen. I'm so stupid.
Am I circling the right area? I think I am.
No. Right there. Yeah, you got it. Okay.
Or further out.
Yes.
Oh,
right there.
Okay.
That's a trailer. And there's a dirt road that goes in front of it. So just think as a T from here. So look at, this is the
Yep.
start. And where that trailer is, there's a road that crosses in front of it.
Right.
In
And
front of that trailer,
Mm-hmm.
that black dot that Franky was pointing at
Mm-hmm.
is where that guy found the gun.
So it'd be right in here.
Yeah. The gun
Yeah.
and the sheet.
You know, and if it doesn't help Suzanne's case, hopefully it helps somebody that's in the boneyard.
Well, there's a guy, 24-year-old, who they found there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I wish for the life of me I remembered his name. It's disrespectful that I don't, but they found a 24-year-old guy out here. At the beginning of this year. July, June. Maybe. And then there is another woman who, again, I'm sorry, I cannot remember her name. Went missing mid of this year. And that's how they ended up finding Suzanne Morphew. Trying to find her. Franky in the background. I'm
coming. She's out there barking at all the deer and it's running season. I'm like, no.
I don't know what to do sometimes, man. Like, you leave me here and I'm like, I words, things.
I just kind of peace out for a second. So, I mean, this boneyard is massive. Like, look at all of that area. Yeah, and much like Rex HEUERMANN, how Shannon Gilbert has led to all of the remains found on Gilgo Beach, this lady here has also brought attention to a lot of people found out there. And they've started calling it the boneyard because, yeah, they found
Do you have
4 or 5 now.
Do you have a name, Franky?
Not off the top of my head, but I'll find it because it should be. And they still have not found her. I'm looking.
I find it curious that this location specifically has a name, right? Has a name. They call it, what do they call it? The boneyard?
The boneyard.
So that goes back to what I was saying. If this is a known place for people finding bones, leaving humans, or whatever else.
So were you talking about James Montoya?
Yeah.
So yeah, James Montoya, 26, disappeared in early April after leaving a bar with 2 men the night before and was slated to meet with military recruiters. His mother, Carmen Montoya, has said. Yeah, his corpse was discovered in July near Moffat, Colorado. Looking for Edna Quintana. And she's the one that basically, I mean, she also brought eyes to Susan Morphew and see if I can find the other cases. So there
Can
was
you look up?
James
Can you
Montoya.
look up on this on your maps? Look west. No. Oh well, wait, hold on. I don't.
Okay,
Look
that's
east.
west.
Sorry, look east.
East, just go the other way.
Okay, yeah,
Or
east.
go
No, just
east.
go down. No, look east, straight down the highway.
Do you want me to go that way? Like, do you want me to go to town?
Well, that's
Like to Moffat?
is that Moffat right there?
Yeah. This is where Edna was from. Sagwatch, Colorado.
Okay, just do me a favor and just turn around from there. Like, just look to the other side.
So you want me to go into Moffat here?
No, I don't want you to go into Moffat. I'm just trying to figure out like what you said earlier. How would nobody know? This is the graveyard, the boneyard. That's what it's known
Mm-hmm.
as. Nobody knows. Nobody sees anything. That's what I'm trying to figure out. The conversation we had earlier, I'm like, he wasn't so far off the stop sign. Her grave site is not that far off the stop sign.
Right.
No one saw anything.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm not really surprised by that. I'm really not. Pitch black, like pitch black. Driving a black truck, pulled even that far off the highway. Unless someone was turning off, they have no reason to see it.
Franky, hear this though. Hear it.
Okay. I'm hearing.
This is called the boneyard.
Right.
For a reason, right?
But when did they start calling it the boneyard? I thought it was just recently.
No, it wasn't recently. They call it a
No.
boneyard for a reason. There's probably a lot of bodies that have been dumped there. So
Anywhere there's a desert area, it's all boneyard.
As that town sitting right next to it, you don't see it, you don't notice it. There's someone there that knows something.
No way.
There's someone there that's seen it.
No. I don't believe it. I've been out like in the pitch black like this. And
how can you have a name
flat
for something like that? How can you have a name like
maybe they found a couple bodies out there, but I don't think that it would be any different than a lot of other spots that are in a desert area. You know, they're always finding bodies in deserts. Always. Look at even like oh my goodness, Dylan Rounds, all the bodies they found looking for him. Look at the Daniel Robinson. Oh, that's bad.
Gilgo Beach.
Yeah. So I mean, I honestly can see it. I honestly can. You know,
there's a reason for me why this is called what it's called.
Yeah, that could be Perry. Exactly. Could be historical name, as animal bones would likely be scattered and visible.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just.
But how many bodies have they found there? They found
they'll find more. There's probably more. I mean, because they're going to be there
someone's
for
called
years.
This something for a reason. Someone named it for a reason. So why? Is like this obviously I'm thinking that
are you thinking that they should have thought about this previously?
No, not at all. No.
Okay.
No.
What are you
I'm just saying that this location where they found
Yeah.
her is literally called the Boneyard.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not so desolate that someone has already labeled it that, like, it's a boneyard. This is the boneyard. So I'm thinking realistically, how can
Mhm.
someone just get off the highway, go 50 yards, park their truck, dig a
I don't
hole?
think it was that well known. No, I don't think it was that
How
well
can
known that the
someone
whole
that's
area.
how can a place that's called that
Mhm.
not be
No, it's open. It's open, wide open. I don't think that Barry knew they called that the Boneyard. I think he just pulled off a road that was easy, grabbed his shovels, broke the soil a little bit, threw her in, and off he went.
Is
Like,
Dandy here?
I'm not sure. I'm
The
not sure.
logos don't call it the boneyard.
Yeah.
So who calls
Okay.
it the boneyard? Where did that come from?
Probably the
The
media. I would say so. Yeah. Yeah, I would say so.
Because did you ever hear about that kid, that 24-year-old being found there? I didn't.
No, but you don't
I
hear
didn't know
half
about
the
that.
stuff. There's probably 10 things that just happened in your city today in that wild
Wild
United States. Like, there's probably 10 people in your own city right now that
Oh my
got
goodness.
knocked
Let's
off.
not even talk about it. People get
And
mugged every day.
see, that's what I mean. And yeah, Iris calls it the Boneyard. Okay. Okay. Yeah,
Who's
it's,
Iris? Because if I see IRIS, isn't that like, I don't even know how I'm gonna say it.
Isn't she the one that they were just talking about in, whose podcast was that? It was about Barry and I think it was this Iris. It's I just think, I mean, I've lived in a lot of really barren spots in my time. I've lived in all over the place. We know that. I could very easily see if the guy doesn't have his lights on, no one has any reason to see him. Iris Eaton. That's right. Thank you, Martin.
Yeah, okay. I love Iris. That makes sense.
What's that?
That makes sense now. It makes sense now. I was like, who is Iris?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. The one I won't even say anything about that. I don't. Hey?
She kissed him.
Ew. Bet he picks his nose and eats it. He looks the kind.
Him will shake his head while he's doing it. He's like, no, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. He swallows it. That dude, I can't even. He freaking did it, man. Like, and I don't do this. Like, usually I'm like, oh, let's see how we go. Like, this guy did it.
It's frustrating. We call her Lyris.
Allegedly, he did it. I'm just saying for the safety of everyone.
Allegedly. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Unreal. Ira specializes in defending men who commit crimes and helps get them off. I am losing. I don't know. I can't even talk about defense lawyers. They said they're
frustrating.
Oh, they're harsh. I mean, I know there's the ones that are good at their jobs, but honestly, I think the ones that are really good at their jobs have no moral compass. Like,
Well, the thing
oh my.
is that you, as a client, if I was a client, if I actually did something, I can't tell my lawyer about that because my lawyer would be inclined to say that,
Mhm.
to give it over. So,
Is she extremely aggressive? I have not seen her at work. I haven't seen her go.
I applaud defense attorneys. They have a job to do.
Oh, they do, and I mean, it's probably I don't li yeah, I can't even.
I know,
I
I
can't
know.
even.
I know. We won't even go there. I know.
It's funny. I was talking to my dad this morning, and I got onto that rampage about defense.
We won't
And
even go there. It's
yeah,
fine.
great big 6'6" dad is just like totally silent while I'm going. "Ah!"
I
It is. I
appreciate
mean,
defense attorneys because they have a different kind of mind. And
yeah,
state
they're.
attorneys, prosecution has the same
I
state of mind. You have to be able to look at it both ways.
yeah.
And you can find
He
something
was just
on both
he
sides.
just likes to drive around at night. That's all. Like, oh my god.
That's what he does, okay?
Oh, I can't wait
You can
until
ask
his car
questions about it.
tattles on him. I cannot wait until Brian Koberger's car goes na 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 boo boo. Only night you did it. Na 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 boo boo. Like, you say you travel every night. Let's just see what your vehicle says. If you're just wandering aimlessly around, or are you just like going around one certain area?
Here's the thing, though, which I
And then
wonder
and
because
then we've got Richard
hold on,
Eldon. It's the devil worshippers. It's
Frankie,
like
hold on. Let's go back to Brian
you opened
Koberger.
this can of worms.
Let's go back to Brian Koberger. What year car did he have?
Pardon, what kind of car did he have?
What year was it that
Oh,
he
what
actually
year?
had?
It's like, I don't
2016.
know. I can't remember. It was somewhere between 2010 and 2023. It was white. It was
No, not
him.
2023. It was
And
20.
no, I'm being facetious.
I
Yeah.
know. I know.
I go, oh.
I see you. It was like 2011 to like 2016, right? Something like that. It was in between those markers, right?
Mm-hmm.
They would know because those cars have that technology. All of those cars, those years, that model that he sits in has the technology of knowing exactly where he was at.
Yes.
Unless he took the chip out, that little thing. Because if you open up the hood of your car, if you have one of those newer cars, if you open it up, you'll find a panel with a whole bunch of little, what are they called? Fuses.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, a whole bunch of little ones. They look like little USB
Like little
things
fuses.
from,
Yep.
like for mouses.
They look like little fuses. Yep.
Yeah. You hear him in the back. This dude.
Does it have full telematics? It does.
Yeah. And if you just unplug that, if you know which one to unplug, you won't get any of that information if you download it, if you're law enforcement.
I don't think he'll be that smart.
He plays like he's that smart. I'm trying to give him that credit
failing.
for
Like,
that
he's
moment.
failing so bad.
I'm trying to get him a little bit of benefit of doubt for the second. You know how like.
Yeah. I think he should have just gone out and got himself a blow-up doll and called it a night. So
couldn't even buy camping furniture to put in his freaking living room.
Yeah, it didn't even have furniture.
Guys,
Iris is suing
his whole apartment empty.
Yeah, no furniture.
Empty.
So Iris is suing the former DA. Oh, exactly, for the 15 million. So Karma, how do you think that's going to go now, though? Yeah, exactly. It's going to be interesting.
I thought he dropped that. Didn't he? Didn't Barry drop that?
I think
I'll have to look at that again. Like, yeah, doing it like that.
Yeah, because I did hear something about it. Yeah. Me too. I'm pretty sure I've seen something, but I don't want to say for sure because it's not. Barry took it out of the Bobcat Saturday at 2:10.
So what were those pictures that we saw of the Bobcat on the trailer? They were from the 9th, right?
Barry took it out of the Bobcat Saturday at 2:10 p.m. So took what? Like the telematics?
Yes. No. Like, you remember how we were talking about those pictures that were upside down? And then we started talking about time? Those pictures, the Bobcat, that freaking excavator, small excavator thing on the back of the trailer. On the evidence photos.
Where did you hear that, Martin?
Look them up though. Like, just bring them up because the date on them, they were taking on a different date, which was I found.
Now Martin's saying that they took the SIM card or the fuse out of the Bobcat at 2:10 on Saturday afternoon. So I'm just wondering where that information is from because I find that super interesting.
What SIM card on a Bobcat? He's talking about the fuse, right?
He said SIM card or fuse on the Bobcat. That's what
No, it would have been taken out of like the vehicle that was driven. That's fine. We can talk about it out loud. You're a smart guy. She's just being like modest.
Oh, I like that, Martha Foker. I like that. So now I'm pretty sure the Bobcat actually would have something that tracked it, tracked its movements, all of that different stuff. Look at the data on the Bobcat. Okay. Look at the data on the Bobcat. So is that pretty easy to find, Martin? Because I'm very curious here. It makes sense.
Where would we find that, Jerry? Where would someone find that?
Find what?
That.
What's that?
Information on the Bobcat.
No, I'm wondering where I know where it would be, but I don't know where the information about that.
Yeah, like another, like a port, have to come in with
So like they would do with like your battery, where they like plug it in and see what.
Car, when they plug your car.
Okay. Seriously. So did they later find that? Where'd they find the eventual 1,350 entries? That's very interesting.
Do you have that info, Martin? Because I have been looking for one thing, and that's the info from the vehicle. I know someone has it charted hour by hour, minute by minute of what his vehicle was doing. I want
Mm.
that. And I also
think
want
it's
whatever
better.
Martin is talking about. The data on the bobcat.
1,350 entries. Yeah, because I mean, did they? That's not off topic, Karma.
No, I've been saying
Yucky.
that. Him and his lawyer kissed, right? Are we talking about his lawyer? Is that who I was saying?
Yucky.
Sorry.
Blech. Yeah, newer equipment does. Exactly.
But you see that
Exactly.
sweater? That sweater right there. What your mouse is on? Doesn't that string looks like a similar kind of that
Where
was
my
burnt
mouse
in the
is at?
fireplace? In the fireplace, you know that lace? That shoelace looking thing? It looks like that kind of pattern on that sweatshirt.
Yeah. Okay, Martin, thank you. I don't know where you're looking at, Mekci. I don't have anything on the screen, friend.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
I wasn't on the screen. You're scrolling through.
I'm not scrolling through.
Who's scrolling through the screen then?
I'm not sure. Like I've just got the two of us up, you and and then the background.
All right, hold on. I'm looking at a commercial now.
On a live?
Yeah.
You're getting it. No.
Yeah, I just looked at a commercial. Am I back on track now? Am I where I'm at? Are we
I don't
live?
know where you're at.
I have no idea either. I'm getting really Confucius.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was kind of like, what? So Bobcat
Martin,
entries, and we want to look
Martin,
at
you can't send a link. But you can try to put the link down in spaces, and I will take it and then delete the spaces and put it back up. That makes any sense. Moving on. Franky, I've been meaning to ask you, is this you in your background?
My feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my feet.
Is that you? Where were you? What were you doing? What are you doing? I loved it. I've loved it ever since.
It's road tripping. Road tripping.
I love that. I just Martin said, say again.
So
Forget about it.
I'm making notes off of what everybody has kind of said, stuff I want to look up.
Forget about it, Martin. Forget about it.
Forget about it. Eaton, that's her last name. Eaton. Ira's Eaton. I gotta be checking out this woman a little bit closer. So, and I'm really interested in finding these entries. 1,350 entries from that bobcat. So I don't know if there's going to be something in any of that paperwork. And then I also am going to look for the telematics out from what's his face's Barry's vehicle.
Martin seems, is it Martin? Is it Martin who knows all about this case? I'm not trying to call you out, Martin. I sound sarcastic sometimes, but
she always sounds sarcastic, but she's fine. She means no harm.
I don't. I really don't. I'm harmless, to be honest. I want to know where I can find the data on his truck.
So I think he was trying to get, you said, to type this in, put spaces in, then backspace, and then try putting it in again. I think that's what he was like, what?
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, I know you said you had a link. You're not able to post a link because you're not a mod. So
Court Doc D.
we won't be able to see it. So that's why I said, like, if you post it, put spaces in between it. And I'll just
find it.
take it.
We got Court Doc D. I'm going to check it out. And
Court Doc D. Got it.
Court Doc D, yeah. Hey, Carrie, thanks for being here, friend. It was nice having you. We'll see you in the next one. Actually, I think we've pretty much covered everything for this evening. And, you know, we can pretty much guarantee there's going to be more to add on tomorrow if the world does not implode. So
Thanks for
there
making
is
me
that.
depressed.
Oh, God, no.
I'll see you guys in 5 weeks, okay? Bye.
We're good. We're all going to be fine. Okay, but thanks, Mekci. Thank you very much. It's always great.
Thanks
Yeah,
for
all the
having me.
telematics for the truck.
That's what I
I'm
want.
gonna.
Where can I find that document? Someone has it. I need it.
I think I've got it. I'm pretty sure I've got it, and I'll send it to you. I got about 4 or 5 pages, and I was looking at it earlier, but I was not. And the Bobcat. Yes.
So can we have that as well? All right, Martin, are you on Discord? Before
I was just going to say.
Sign off. Let me just send out.
You bet. So Mexi's going to put up the link for our Discord, and it's a really great way we a lot of us communicate through this particular oh my goodness, platform. So it's just basically this channel, and we've got a bunch of different cases on there to go through. If you've got your own YouTube channel, you're more than welcome to use any of the information that's on there. And if you've got anything that you think we might like, drop it on in. So what we'll do a lot of times is I'm in bed waiting on the zombie. So there it is there. Copy that down and yeah, just say we'll throw it on the Discord, throw it on the main page.
Yeah.
And we can grab stuff.
We're here for everyone. We just like info. I'm a huge nerd. And so is Franky about everything that's true crime and strange. Mysterious.
24/7 true crime.
And if there's a creator out there who is looking for info, anything that's posted on the channel is more than welcome.
It's all about trying to bring people home. It's you know, so same thing with any kind of my content. Feel free to use any of my YouTube content if there's something that can be of help on any case. I never mind.
And we all try to post things that are legit, that is good info, that is correct. And if it's not, we correct it.
Absolutely. Like Dandy says, awareness is key.
Yes.
It's very true.
For a purpose.
Hey, thanks for joining us, Martin. It was great to see you.
Come join us.
And we'll see you there. So, guys, thank you ever so much. I've got more to dig into. Mekci, I was going to call you Mekci. Thanks for being here, everybody. Nice to meet you, new people. And we'll absolutely see you in the next one.
Oh, love y'all. Be safe.
Bye.
Bye, guys.